Hey everyone, and welcome to our telepathic frequency calculations for today. So we're going to get started with a little bit of explaining, but not too much. And here's our page that we're going to write down our info. So in case you're new to the law of time, it is a system which uses the 13 moon calendar and the Zolkin or dream spell calendar, and using these two parameters, which are pretty much alien technology, we can plug in these numbers and calculate the frequencies of every day. And you can also convert them into a musical note to accompany those frequencies. So we're going to start here with our year, electric seed, and then our month, which is spectral moon, and our date, Cali 18. So Cali is the day of the week, and pretty much like Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There are 7 of these days, and 18 is the day of the month. And here is the symbol for Cali. And it has a number that goes with it, or a BMU rather, BMU 315. Now, when we talk about the BMU, it is referring to this square grid here. Now, so there's the base matrix unit, and there's also a time matrix, space matrix, and synchronic matrix. Now, all of these occupy the same space, so any coordinate on one of these will be the same coordinate on another one. So let's say we take that number right there, 117. So 117 will be 5 on the time matrix, it'll be a 44 on the synchronic matrix, and it'll be an 16 on the space matrix. And pretty much what we're going to do is, based on what today is, we are going to find 3 coordinates and plug in the sum of them on each of them. We'll do that in a moment. So our day today, it is the first day of the galactic spin, so that is Kin 1, red magnetic dragon. And the BMU that goes with red dragon, that archetype is 108. Now, for the next things, as I said, we find 3 telepathic frequencies. So we have our time telepathic frequency, our space telepathic frequency, and our synchronic telepathic frequency. And they all add up to a total telepathic frequency. And each of them has their BMU and sum. And then there is other information that goes along with today. So our time telepathic frequency today, based on the calendar, is on BMU 170. So it's like that's where we are today, and as we see, 170 is right there. Our space telepathic frequency for today, and that one is the same one as Kin 1. So number 1 there, and that is on the coordinate vertical 2, horizontal 3. So if we come over to this and go to vertical 2, horizontal 3, we have 118 there. Then in the synchronic matrix, kin 1 is right there, which is the coordinate vertical 5, horizontal 1. So once again on the base matrix, vertical 5, horizontal 1 is 37. So now that we have our 3 main BMUs, we can find the totals of them. So first, BMU 170, and we can write the coordinate here on the side. So that would be vertical 18, horizontal 3, V18H3, and so vertical 18H3 there is a 22, so we will mark 22 there. In the space matrix, vertical 18, horizontal 3 is 124. And in the synchronic matrix, vertical 18, horizontal 3 is 166. So we can add all those together, and that gives us a total of 312. So that would be our time telepathic frequency index today. Now to move on to our space telepathic frequency index, which has the coordinate vertical 2, horizontal 3. For that one. And so that will be number 1, because it's kin 1. And over here, we will find that coordinate on the time matrix, which is an 8. And on the synchronic matrix, that would be a 45. So 1 plus 8 plus 45, our sum is 54. So our space telepathic frequency today is 54. Now our synchronic telepathic frequency brings us to the coordinate vertical 5, horizontal 1, BMU 37. So as we see here, it is a 1 on the synchronic matrix. On the space matrix, that is a 282. And on the time matrix, that is a 10. So 282 plus 10 plus 1 is 293. Now for our total, we're going to take these sums and place them here and then add all those together, and it'll give us our total telepathic frequency index, also known as the master coordinating frequency. So 312 plus 54 plus 293, that is a 659 is our total. And for this one, if the number is over 441 on the total, well, the the way we find that BMU, since there is 441 numbers on this base matrix unit, 21 times 21 is 441. So we do 659 minus 441, which in this case would be 218. Now we can find our notes that are associated with these. And the notes they go along the multiples of 8. So every multiple of 8 will be a do, or do, the next octave up. So it starts from there. So for 170, 169 would be do, and then 170 is re. 118, the nearest multiple of 8 would be, so it goes from 112. So 118 minus 112 is 6. So that gives us la. 37. 37 minus 32 is 5. So that is sol. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. And then 218, the nearest multiple is 216. So that is also a re. And we can also do that with these numbers here. So 108 minus 104 is fa. 315 minus 312 is 3. So that's do, re, mi. And we also note its coordinates on the hollow mind perceiver, which this is also a fractal of the 441 matrix, so any of the coordinates we will find on here as well. So the first one, you got 170, vertical 18, horizontal 3, which there, and I believe that one, it's not marked, but I think from the book, that is sound, sense unit. Our space matrix, so vertical 2, horizontal 3, is +6. Vertical 5, horizontal 1, that is a -11. And then 218, which would be right there, is a PSI input unit. And that has the coordinate of vertical 18, horizontal 17. And we will also find the kin number of that. So to find the kin number of 659, there are 260 kin. So we subtract it by 260 until it's under that. So in this case, it would be 659 minus 520, which is 139. So we are going to write kin equivalent 39. 139. Solar house of the world changer. You can use a table to find out what kin 139 would be, although I just do it by memory. And that galactic signature, we'll start with today's actual magnetic dragon. Should begin with that. I unify in order to nurture, attracting being. I seal the input of birth with the magnetic tone of purpose. I am guided by my own power doubled. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. And then kin 139 would be, I pulse in order to catalyze, realizing energy. I seal the matrix of self-generation with the solar tone of intention. I am guided by the power of vision. And we are also going to find a BMU for that kin equivalent, which will be wherever kin 139 is on the synchronic matrix. So here we see 139 is right there, which is BMU 144. So that's vertical 11, horizontal 20. As we see here, vertical 11, horizontal 20 is 144. And that note would be a do flat. All right, so another thing here for today, our PSI chrono unit, which is the key into the Psi Bank, also known as the Akashic Records, for today. And that'll be different almost every single day. And it's based on what Spectral Moon Kali 18 would be. And this is an older book, so it's not the year that we are in, but we can still use it to find our Psi Bank unit, which, as we see, Spectral Moon Kali. And our PSI unit here. So that's the sun seal with 2 lines and 2 dots above it, which is the yellow crystal sun, which is kin 220. So once again, we are going to find the BMU of kin 220 on our synchronic matrix, which is right there at vertical 15, horizontal 21. And that is 71, 72, 73, 74. That would be BMU 75. And the note for that one, the nearest multiple of 8 is 72, so do, re, mi. And another thing we can do is the cumulative telepathic frequency index. So that is the sum of all the days of the week, which I don't have my other pages ready with me right now, so off the top of my head, we won't be able to figure that out today. We'll just keep rolling with the rest of it. Okay, so down here, we have our seals of the Destiny Oracle. So the Destiny Oracle is based on this here, and it'll give us pretty much what the additional helpers and everything is for today. So since today is Dragon, and our analog for the Dragon is the mirror, the guide for today of the red magnetic dragon is Dragon still. The antipode is the monkey. The occult is the yellow sun. And our chakra today, which is based on the day of the week, is Kali, which is the sacral chakra. So next here, we're going to write the kin numbers of all these, the kin, the analog, guide, antipode, occult. So today is kin 1. Our helper is the white magnetic mirror, kin 118. Our guide is guided by its own power doubled, so kin 1. Our antipode is the blue magnetic monkey, kin 131. And our occult is kin 260. And as we go through this process, you can see every day how they relate to each other. So when we add all those up, it will give us, let's see, so 261 plus 1, 262, plus 131 is 393. 393 plus 118, I believe, is 511. A few ways to check that, but it'll always be the guide of the antipode. So already you can see that 11 is a monkey, so that's right. And the magnetic tone will always be the 4th tone in its destiny oracle. And 511 is the kin equivalent 251, the blue self-existing monkey. So we'll say that signature, kin 251, blue self-existing monkey. I define in order to play, measuring illusion. I seal the process of magic with the self-existing tone of form. I am guided by the power of accomplishment. So we will find the BMU of the kin equivalent. And once again, that is where it is on the synchronic matrix. So 251 would be right there. Vertical 17, horizontal 12. So on this, the base matrix unit, that is BMU 278. And if you want, you can find the note of that as well. So that would be Allah. And now we are going to add up the total for the Hunabku 21 grid, which is based on the BMUs of the seals. And that can be seen as shown here. So first we got dragon. Dragon is there, 108. The antipode is the mirror, BMU 402. Guided by the dragon, so 108 comes out again. The antipode is the blue monkey, 312. So here's a little synchronicity already. We have 312 for the blue monkey, and our time telepathic frequency is 312. Our occult is the yellow sun, 414. And